ॐ श्री गणेशाय नमः। ॐ श्री सरस्वत्यै नमः। ॐ श्री गुरुभ्यो नमः। ॐ सदाशिवसमारम्भां शङ्कराचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्तां वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम्। ॐ श्री सद्गुरुभ्यो नमः। ॐ ध्यायामि चिन्मयानन्दं गुरुदेवं महामतिं प्रेमपूर्णं क्रियाशीलं सदा लोकहिते रतं कृपालुं सुन्दराकारं समर्थं सत्यदर्शिनं वाचा तत्त्वप्रकाशिन्या शोकमोहविनाशिनं। ॐ श्री चिन्मय सद्गुरवे नमः। ॐ नमो नारायणाय। 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 ॐ हृतगं सत्यं परं ब्रह्म पुरुषं कृष्णपिङ्गलम् ऊर्ध्वरेतं विरूपाक्षं विश्वरूपाय वै नमो नमः। ॐ नारायणाय विद्महे वासुदेवाय धीमहि तन्नो विष्णुः प्रचोदयात्। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः। हरि ओं सुप्रभातम्। ॐ शुक्लाम्बरधरं विष्णुं शशिवर्णं चतुर्भुजं प्रसन्नवदनं ध्यायेत् सर्वविघ्नोपशान्तये। शान्ताकारं भुजगशयनं पद्मनाभं सुरेशं विश्वाधारं गगनसदृशं मेघवर्णं शुभांगं लक्ष्मीकान्तं कमलनयनं योगिहृद्ध्यानगम्यं वन्दे विष्णुं भवभयहरं सर्वलोकैकनाथम्। ॐ नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ॐ नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ॐ नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ॐ विश्वं विष्णुर्वषट्कारो भूतभव्यभवत्प्रभुः भूतकृद्भूतभृद्भावो भूतात्मा भूतभावनः पूतात्मा परमात्मा च मुक्तानां परमागतिः अव्ययः पुरुषः साक्षी क्षेत्रज्ञोऽक्षर एव च योगो योगविदां नेता प्रधानपुरुषेश्वरः नारसिंहवपुः श्रीमान् केशवः पुरुषोत्तमः सर्वः शिवस्थाणुर्भूतादिर्निधिरव्ययः संभवो भावनो भर्ता प्रभवः प्रभुरीश्वरः स्वयंभू शंभुरादित्यः पुष्कराक्षो महास्वनः अनादिनिधनो धाता विधाता धातुरुत्तमः अप्रमेयो ऋषिकेशः पद्मनाभोऽमरप्रभुः विश्वकर्मा मनुस्त्वष्टा स्थविष्ठस्थविरो ध्रुवः. Quite elaborately we have seen the most technical nama of Bhagavan, Aprameyaha, the one who cannot be measured, the one who cannot be identified as something, the one who cannot be described. Taittiriya Upanishad says, Yato vacho nivartante aprapya manasa saha anandam brahmano vidvan, and brahmavit brahmaiva bhavati. Brahmavit apnoti param. With such mantras, we come to realize the true meaning of this nama, Aprameyaha. Continuing, the 9 names. Hrishikeshaha. The next name is Hrishikeshaha, which means Rishi Kanindriyani Tesham Ishaha Kshetrajna Rupa Bhak. Meaning, Rishika means Indriyani. The word Indriyani has one more name, Hrishika. Hrishika means both sense and sense organs put together. Indriyani. Tesham Ishaha, the Lord of Indriyas. When we say the Lord of Indriyas, there are 2 levels of understanding. The first level is obviously the mind. Indriyas by themselves have no independent existence. Eyes cannot see by itself. Ears cannot hear by itself. Similarly, our nose, tongue and skin. All of them are activated and their functions, please note, the functions of the eyes, ears, nose are independent in nature, and the functions are made possible by the mind. In so many cases we have seen people have got eyes but they cannot see. People have got ears but they cannot hear. There are 2 types. One who cannot hear and who does not hear. There are 2 types. There are people who don't listen carefully anything properly. Is it not? Why? Mind is not there. If the mind is behind the organ, the mind will be able to interpret the communication between the organ and the object. If the mind is not there, the organs become just an organ without function. Therefore, mind is the main factor behind organs. And if you go further, then the intellect, which discriminates the interpretations of the mind. Chakshushas chakshuhu shrotrasya shrotam yam manaso manoyaha, says Kenopanishad. Chakshushas chakshuhu meaning what? The eye of the eye is mind, and the mind's mind is buddhi, and the buddhi is able to function because of the jivatva, and the jivatva is able to function because of the supreme presence of Bhagavan, and therefore here Indriyani, Rishikani, Indriyani, Tesham Ishaha, when it is said, it actually means the Supreme Lord, which otherwise was earlier called Kshetrajnaha, the knower of the Kshetra. And here, if we may consider all the Indriyas as Kshetras, then he becomes Kshetrajnaha. The individuality becomes a Kshetra and he becomes Kshetrajnaha, Kshetrajna Rupa Bhak. He controls the senses in the manner of saying, without him they cannot function. This is Hrishikeshaha. Yasya va Surya Rupasya Chandra Rupasya cha Jagat Pratikara Hrashtaha Kesha Rashmayaha Sa Hrishikeshaha. This is a second meaning given by Acharya Shankara, where he says, the rays of Surya and Chandra, the light of Surya and Chandra, not only enlivens the world, but also delights the world. So, Hrishikeshaha here is one who delights the Jagat through the rays of sun and moon. This we are experiencing on a daily basis, isn't it? Swamiji, in summer sun is bad. Does it mean Bhagavan is bad? No, 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 no. Bhagavan is functioning properly as per the requirement for Jagat to function. If we have to function properly, then the seasons must be proper. And these seasons, time and again, when they change, they bring delight. Like, for example, look at it this way. 2 months or 3 months, they have terrible sun rays, meaning it's very hot. And when the season changes, abha, the heat has reduced. Even that heat brings, joy. Or if it is very cold, and then suddenly one day you find beautifully sun is up and the sun, Surya Kirana is out, especially during these rainy seasons when there is continuous rain and cold, little sunrise also brings lot of delight. And what to talk of moon? It's always a joy, isn't it? So, Surya Rupasya, Chandra Rupasya cha, Jagat Pritikara Hrashtaha. Pritikara Hrashtaha means the one who brings delight. Keshaha Rashmayaha refers to the rays. Saha Hrishikeshaha. The Keshas or rays of him in the form of the sun and moon delight the world. Harshayati. So he is called as Hrishikeshaha. This is second meaning. Alright. Now comes the third nama, Padmanabha, third in this shloka. Aprameyaha Rishikeshaha Padmanabha. What is Padmanabha? Sarva Jagat Karanam Padmam Nabhau Yasya Saha Padmanabha. Jagat Karanam Nabhau Padmam. In the Nabhi of Bhagavan Sri Vishnu, this is a very popular picture all of us have heard, isn't it? A beautiful lotus comes from the Nabhi of Bhagavan Sri Vishnu, and Brahma, the creator, is seated there, and therefore since Brahma is the creator of the Jagat, it says Sarva, not only this world. Remember, when it is said Jagat, it is the whole universe. Sarva Jagat Karanam Nabhau Padmam. It means Brahma, the creator, Yasya Saha Padmanabhaha, the one who holds Parabrahma, Brahma on the lotus which comes out of his Nabhi. Sarva Jagat Karanam. Amara Prabhuhu. This is a very interesting word. Amaranam Prabhu. Simple translation. The Lord of immortals. Now the question comes. Swamiji, I have a question. What is that? You say immortals. And immortality is one and only Parabrahma Swarupa. Then why do you say immortals and their Prabhu? That means how can they be immortal? Now here we have to understand it in the right format. When we say immortals, it refers to all these celestial beings, the Devatas, who are also immortal but with a position in the functioning of this whole universe. They are also immortal because they have gained that immortality. What is this immortality here? There is no death. They have understood the truth of Brahman. And then they are given a position, which means there is indeed a very small iota of the Jiva Bhava. And in some cases, they have gained that position because of very good work in the world, and then they are given a position because of that wonderful work. At the same time, they are still lacking a little in understanding their own nature. And subsequently, they are given that position, and further subsequently, they are given that jnanam. Once they gain that jnanam of the Supreme, then there is nothing. There is only one, ekameva advitiyam. Until they reach there, they remain as immortals, taking care of certain positions, and therefore here it is said, Amaranam Prabhu, who is the Supreme alone. Alright, Amara Prabhu. Vishwakarma. Vishwakarma is also the name of the one who created Sri Lanka. Lanka. Sri Lanka, it became Sri Lanka later. He was a great architect. But this Vishwakarma is different. What does that mean? Vishwam karma kriya yasya saha. Now this is a little technical, you need to understand it very carefully. The first one is very simple. There are four meanings to this name Vishwakarma. Vishwam karma kriya. He whose creation is universe. Then one may say, Swamiji, you just now said the creator is Brahma. Yes. Brahma is the creator who gains the ability to create, who is been enlivened by that Parabrahma Swarupa for creation. Alright. So, he is the creator in a manner of saying to say, Brahma also gains his energy to create from the Parabrahma Swarupa. Therefore, Vishwam Karma Kriya Yasya Saha Vishwakarma. Then the second meaning, or maybe it is put in a different way. Acharya probably thought we will put it in a different way. Kriyate iti jagat karma vishwam karma yasya iti va. The universe whose action, creation it is. When it is said the universe whose action is creation, here again the universe is nothing but that which has been created by the Supreme. For what? For you and I to hold on and move forward to reach Him. Once we reach Him, once we gain that Supreme Brahma Tattva, then there is no universe also. The universe is negated. But until then, it is He, in His presence, the universe is created. The third meaning says, Vichitra Nirmana Shaktimatvadva Vishwakarma. This Vichitra has to be rightly understood because Vichitra has got several meanings. Right? I also have my people who know me very well with my special cooking called Vichitra Anna. which is nothing but another type of khichdi. So Vichitra can mean anything. But here Vichitra Nirmana means wonderful manifold creation. He who has the Shaktimat, Shaktimat means the one who has the Shakti, who has the power of creating Vichitra Nirmana, meaning wonderful manifold creations, we may say. Iti Vishwakarma. Then the fourth meaning is given, Tvashta Sadrishyadva Vishwakarma. What does that mean? By his similarity with Tvashta, very next name is Tvashta. Alright, the celestial architect known as Vishwakarma, whom I said. He not only created Lanka, even the Devata Loka, Indra Loka, and all these were created by this architect called Vishwakarma. Then comes Manuhu. Manu is who? Mananath Manuhu. Now you have to understand this carefully, otherwise the ego will flare up. I will tell you. Mananath Manuhu. He is so called as Manu as he thinks. So from that standpoint, you say, all of us are Manuhu? Yes, in a manner of saying yes. But why? What do you mean by in a manner of saying? As though we don't think, as though we don't have intelligence. Some people come, like that. He quotes Brihadaranyaka Upanishad. Look at that. He immediately brings a shield to protect himself, Acharya Shankara. What is that shield? A statement from Brihadaranyaka Upanishad. Upanishads are authority. It says, Na anyaha ataha asti manta. Upanishad says, there is no other thinker apart from him. What do you mean by that? Because thinking is a possibility only in the presence of the Supreme. That is what it means. Right? And second thing, the thinking of you and I are a habitual thinking born out of our own vasanas. Think. But even that thinking is made possible because of the presence of the Lord in us. Otherwise, Ram Nam Satya hai. Therefore, these thinking are made possible because of the presence of the Lord. Therefore, anyaha ataha na asti. Therefore, manta here means manana shilavan. We also discussed this manana shilavan munihi. We had discussed earlier in the dhyana shlokas, in case by mistake you remember. Isn't it? Manana Shilavan Munihi. So you can add few names to yourself. Along with Chintu, Puntu, whatever somebody calls you, you can add Munihi. You can add Manuhu. And then, just as Shankara brought a shield of Brihadaranyaka Upanishad, you can say, you can bring a shield. See, Vishnu Sahasranama says so. Alright. Anyway, it is only for a lighter way of thinking. Mantrahava Prajapatirva Manuhu. Mantras are also called Manuhu. And Prajapati again here is called as is Brahma. All of them are called Manuhu because mantra is what? Mananat Trayate iti mantraha. Therefore, mind is involved. Thinking is involved. Therefore, mantras are also called Manuhu. And Prajapati, Brahma, creator, he is also called Manu because he has to think to create this whole universe. Therefore, Prajapati is also called Manuhu. Tvashta. Tvashta, we said earlier it came. Here the meaning is Samhara Samaye Sarva Bhuta Tanu Karanatva Tvashtaha. Here it's a second meaning given to Tvashta. First meaning we saw there. Equivalent to Tvashta karke we discussed about who is that? Manu, Vishwakarma. And here Tvashta is described as Samhara Samaye Sarva Bhuta Tanu Karanatvat. Tanu Karanam means to reduce them to seed form. During Pralaya, the activity here is we can't take everybody. So he takes the seed form, which we otherwise called Sanchita Karma, we say. Sanchita Karma is what? All our actions and vasanas in the seed form. And when Pralaya, after Pralaya, when the creation starts, these Sanchita Karma comes out. And then packets are sent. If in case you remember law of karma. In case you have not heard, please listen to law of karma in our YouTube channel. Sanchita karma and the packet prarabdha karma again starts and the cycle starts again. Therefore, to bring everything to that seed form, it is possible by Bhagavan. Therefore, Samhara Samaye Sarvabhuta. Sarvabhuta means all kinds of species. Tanu Karanatvat Tvashtaha. Sthavishtaha. Tvashtaha, what did we see? He brought it to the smallest form, subtle form. Sthavishtaha is Athishayena Sthulaha. Atishayena, a very, very strong Sthula Prapancha. There he brought it to subtlety, now he brings it to the whole Vishwarupa. This whole world, the universe with Maya Shakti becomes the very stout, ancient and firm Sthula Prapancha. Since he brings it to this form also, he is called Sthavishtaha. And then comes the last nama for this series. What is that? Sthaviro Dhruvaha. This is a very interesting word again. Vayovachano va sthiratva dhruvaha sthaviro dhruvaha. He is the permanent, he is the ancient, and he is so firm. He is permanent means he is firm. Sthaviraha, and who is he? Dhruvaha. Dhruvaha is a noun. Dhruvaha is a noun form, a name of Bhagavan, and Sthaviro Dhruvaha here is, Sthaviraha forms the adjective for the noun Dhruvaha, therefore it is Sthaviro Dhruvaha, which is one single name. Alright. With this, we have concluded the 6th shloka of the Vishnu Sahasranamam in this series. We will be continuing this in the next series starting from September 1st. Alright. This series Vishnu Sahasranama talks conclude, but I request you to hold on for a few announcements. With lot of demand from very many people from different places, because this is a human psychology also, and there is a genuine desire to learn from all of them. What is the desire? Now that we have learned Vishnu Sahasranama, lot of lists have come. Swamiji, teach Lalita Sahasranama. Swamiji, teach Bhagavad Gita. Swamiji, teach that. Just like it, one list has come, few people have sent. October 5th to, or rather 6th to 15th, or 5th to 14th is Dashara. Therefore, before that, we intend to teach Lalita Sahasranama. In Mysuru, we have taught it physically everywhere. We had about 10 places and about 1,200 people have learnt. But this is to help people outside Mysore to learn. At the same time, people who have not learnt within Mysore and people who have learnt to rectify their errors, and for others it is a beautiful experience of reliving those days of learning. With these concepts, 4 points in mind, we will be teaching Lalita Sahasranama Stotram from the 1st to 30th of September. No Sunday holiday, no Habba holiday, because our class is only 45 minutes. That 45 minutes even during Habba you can definitely spare. Therefore, no breaks. Complete 30 days. Evening, remember, evening, Sanjay, 6:15, not 6:30. 6:15 to 7 p.m. we will have these classes of Lalita Sahasranama Stotram. Now these classes will as usual be live on YouTube and Facebook. These two places you will have them during this period. So please, my humble request, in case you have the WhatsApp number already, and in case you have subscribed for that, you will get the poster. In case you have not, please, the WhatsApp number is given here. Please make sure you register your number, WhatsApp number, and then kindly share it. It is all, see, so 62 days we conducted the class. And now people say, Swamiji, we never knew. We had put up 50 banners all over Mysore. It came out in all the newspapers. We had sent to whatever numbers we had. In spite of all that, people say, we never knew. So there is always a possibility for some people to miss out on our the so-called advertisements. So my humble request is, please share and request them also to share. So when you send the poster, put a note, kindly send it to all your contacts. You put a note and then send. Then what happens? As many people as possible will be able to take benefit of such wonderful opportunity sitting at home. Sometimes, Corona has also given some good results. What is that? Sitting at home you can learn now. Of course, there is a negative point also. If you make a mistake, I cannot correct you. So you have all the more responsibility to listen carefully and learn properly. Alright, 1st to 30th. Now remember, this is in the evening. So 1st to 10th our Vishnu Sahasranama class in the morning will continue. No change in that. This is an additional class for learning Lalita Sahasranamam. Therefore, Lalita Sahasranama Stotram. Alright. Therefore, please share it because most of the people are in Mysore, Karnataka. We have also put a poster in Kannada. Please share both. So, whoever can read Kannada, they can read Kannada also. With this, our series comes to a close. We will take the name of the Lord for 2-3 minutes. And then we will conclude to meet again on the 1st of September for Vishnu Sahasranama class in the morning and for Lalita Sahasranama chanting class in the evening. Alright. Thank you very much. And again once more, we thank from our bottom of the heart for all those who have been sending the Guru Dakshina and supporting our cause. Alright. Om Namo Narayanaya. Om Namo Narayanaya. ॐ नमो नारायणाय 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 ॐ नमो नारायणाय। कायेन वाचा मनसेन्द्रियैर्वा बुद्ध्यात्मना वा प्रकृते स्वभावात् करोमि यद्यत् सकलं परस्मै नारायणायेति समर्पयामि नारायणायेति समर्पयामि। ॐ तत्सत्। ब्रह्मार्पणमस्तु। सर्वे भवन्तु सुखिनः, सर्वे सन्तु निरामयाः, सर्वे भद्राणि पश्यन्तु, मा कश्चित् दुःखभाग् भवेत्। असतो मा सद्गमय, तमसो मा ज्योतिर्गमय, मृत्योर्मा अमृतङ्गमय। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः। हरिः ॐ। श्रीगुरुभ्यो नमः। हरिः ॐ।